But I'm on a little bit 1 minute or 2 minutes early tonight because we're two members of the team down, as you know, and Nina's not well, and Christine is off with the music. We also have a lady that stepped up to the plate for us, Jennifer Polonetsky in Australia. And Jennifer will be in with us, which will be absolutely beautiful. I'm looking forward to that. And just to get us into a little bit of the mood for poetry, let's have what we call it. Oh man, I can never think of the names of these. Really and truly can. I gotta look at the book again. Humorous anecdotes. I don't know where to go with this, or where to start it up, where to bring it. But let's have a look and see. Can we open up a page on anything? Birds and animals. Well, before I get on with this, I'm delighted to be here, as I said. But how has everybody been? Have you all been in good form? How have you all worked out? Here we go. There's our first ones are jumping in now. Casey, Cappy, Linsect, Laura. Hello, Casey. Hello, Jesse. How are you both doing? Well, I'm looking forward to this week because, as I said, it's something new. Marna Dupree, Badger. Hello, Marna. And I'm glad to see you in as well, girl. Chris Page. Hello, Chris. How are you feeling after the op, Chris? Are you still recovering? Oh, thank you, Casey. That really means a lot. Thanks very much. Guys, birds and animals, anecdotes. I've got no idea what they behold because I've not read any of them. But let's have a look at one of them now, just while I'm waiting to get started. Wow. Encounter in the Natural History Museum. Girl. What's that? W.P. Kerr. I guess he must have been an important person with a name like that, yeah? It's a guillemot. Girl. It's not my idea of a guillemot. Kerr. It's God's idea of a guillemot. Well, we can't argue that really, can we? Delighted you're getting there, Chris. Hello, Chris Edridge. How are you? A man was driving along with a cargo of penguins when his lorry broke down. Not surprised. In due course, another lorry driver drew up and asked if he could be of any assistance. Yes, said the first. I've got this load of penguins in the back. Could you take them on to the zoo? Certainly, said the second, and took them away. A few hours later, the first driver managed to get into town and saw the second driver walking in the road with the penguins strung out behind him. I thought I told you to take those to the zoo. Sure, said the driver, I did that. Now I'm taking them to the movies. I love that. That is brilliant. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Got to get another one or two of these sorted out for later on in the programme. This is brilliant. I've not read this. I've got this book a long time now. Hello, Jennifer Polonetsky. Where's your camera? Go get a camera, girl. You've got it. There you go. Because you're cool, aren't you? I hope. I've got another one for later, guys. I really have another one for later. Wow, what a start. I love that. I wasn't expecting that. Jennifer, how are you?
How are you? Got my coffee.
You have.
I do.
So do I.
Oh,
We might need it, girl. We might need it. I'm just gonna give them a rundown on who's doing what, reading what, or I've lost it now. Well, I was going to, but here we go. We'll give your reads out first, though. You've got other ones. You've got another read in your hand, but I won't say what it is. So we have, for your reads tonight, we have Word Vomit by Yvonne Glasgow.
Yeah.
And then you have an untitled one by Vandita Darnley.
Yeah.
And you have Heavenly Haven by Balvin Chima.
Okay, good. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And what we have from Marna, The Secret Fountain by Thomas DeSarro. Or DeSarro, D-I, yeah. Lingering Shadow by Jim Cunningham. The Domino Effect by Billy Raynard Bowness. And Other Seasons by Lost in Words. I will be reading as well, of course. Good God, yes. I'll be reading If I Had Known by Julie Mishler. Goodbye by Janice Fisher. Would You Still Love Me by Stan Bryant. Escaping Alcatraz by Alejandra Isgrig. The Journals of Rev Bookman by Hank Buchner. I love them. They're my little favourites then. Begin Again by Heidi McGurran. The Breakdown by David Lewis Paget. And Canterbury Bells by Barry Clanmondon. We've got a lot of poetry tonight.
Yeah,
Really
I was just thinking that that's a decent amount of poetry.
and we're two of the team down as is, and we've still done very well. We've managed to gather quite a lot tonight. Hello,
Good.
Alexandra.
Good.
Alexandra Rodriguez, how are you? I don't get to see everybody going up, Jennifer. So you'll see people on your screen that I won't see. And I'll probably see people on my side that you won't see.
Okay. All right, let me move that a little bit closer. Okay. I'm in a little corner, in a little nook and cranny. I'll be as loud as I can.
It's okay. I'm in the same situation as you. I'm right in a nook and cranny. I'm nearly out the window here behind me.
Yeah.
It's there for a purpose. Oh yeah. Well, it's all fun, isn't it? It's all fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So
hello,
how's your week
been? Angela Goodon is a lady that's been here from very early in the shows. And she's in tonight. Diane Borges, my longest watcher is Diane.
Yeah, I can see
from week number. You can see Diane, yeah?
Yeah.
And Kathy Wagner Coates has come in. The crowd is growing. I'm just looking at the live up here. It's actually growing rapidly up on the live.
Very good.
So my week has been brilliant. I've had a great week. Absolutely loved every minute of it. Except for yesterday. I didn't love yesterday so much. Yesterday wasn't well, it was gym day, wasn't it? I was at the gym. And I'm suffering today, Jennifer. I'm in bits.
Why? What's going on?
I have pains on top of pains on top of pains.
Oh, look, it's age. It catches up with us all, I think.
Good God Almighty, it's surpassing me now. It's getting too much. I don't like this age. Do you know what gets me with age? They tell you you're going back to your childhood days, yeah? You don't get the bloody energy you had when you had those young days, though, do you? It takes all the energy away. I don't like that.
No, I know. Look, it's. I think if you've got a young heart, you'll be fine. But yeah, we still try and do things like we're in our 20s, but we get a sad reminder sometimes that you need to slow down a little. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just don't pay heed to these reminders often enough, Jennifer.
Yeah.
No, you can't let the kid inside die. Just get on with it. One day you won't be able to do anything about it anyway. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have quite an active lifestyle, I guess. So I refuse to give in to age. I'm like, no. I've got time for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Come back to me when I'm 96.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
but I did something funny during the week. I actually went and did of all things, a pole dancing class, and
video.
For everyone's sanity, no. But
oh dear, I'm totally disappointed now. I could have made an anecdote out of this one.
No. But it's amazing. It's amazing what the people you see there, and that people give it a go. I think it's great. It's good. Yeah.
Oh, believe you me, Jennifer, I'd give it a go.
It's hard.
Certainly.
It's very, very hard, but fun. It's fun. I love it. Yeah, it's good. Very
excellent.
Good. Anyway, enough about that.
Well, okay, if you insist. Only if you insist.
But let me know when you want me to begin, and
whenever you're comfortable, Jennifer. We're all sat back, hunched up, and ready to go.
Okay, so I'll start with word vomit. I'll go in the list that you read them out. So, and this one is by Yvonne Glasgow. So I haven't seen any of her work before. Have you read any of her work before?
I have, yes. We read one of Yvonne's. I think it was 2 weeks ago. We had one of Yvonne's on. First time she was new. She was a new poetess we found on the circuit. Yeah.
Oh, was that on the special show, like the anniversary one?
Like the 300th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I like it. She rhymes a little bit, so I'll give it a whirl. So this one is Word Vomit by Yvonne Glasgow. So I asked myself some question today. At this point, I feel like I am okay. I see the lessons. I can look back without hate, and I'm glad that I changed before it was too late. But some wounds are still healing, and they get me to feeling like I want to rage or I want to cry. Sometimes I just don't know why. Maybe it's like the itch of a wound as it heals. You know it's getting better, but it still feels like a gaping, oh, sorry, excuse me, like a fresh gaping gash, and those memories you start to rehash. And then the word vomited anger seeps out, and now you're left with no doubt. That sounds like that wounds take time to close, they'll turn to scars, and then you'll know that you've moved on and started fresh from free of that painful mess. I like it. I'm so sorry.
No, no, it's okay. No, 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 no,
had a
no,
little
no.
hiccup there. I got ahead of myself.
Happens to us all. You'll hear me now in a few minutes. Wow.
Yeah, but I
No,
like that.
I like that piece myself. When I found it the other day, I tried to put voices to the poetry. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Before anything happens to it. What I sent to Christian, I'll even say to Nina, I found them, but I think it'll be your voice. Do you want to do this one? And I'll pass it over to Nina or Marna. I'll pass one over
Yeah.
to Marna. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just keep the ones from me that I know they won't come on the show to watch, so I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear! I get shot for this.
Oh, I know.
Oh, thank you, Yvonne, for your poem. Really and truly, thanks very much.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. Thank you for letting me read it. It's
And
great.
just before you go on, Jennifer, I've got to say hello to a lady that's been away from the show for a while. She's been catching up with other things. She's had an operation on her back. Joan Burke, a very good friend of mine. And hello, Joan. And I think she's got another one in 5 weeks' time. She's got a second operation to go.
Oh.
So,
oh dear.
Please God, all goes well. But lovely to see her that she's
crossed,
in. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. But is she in?
She's in, yeah. I've just seen a picture, yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't see her, but
No.
All right. So.
And we have Kathy Wagner Coates. Just to mention
I can't
Kathy.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you won't. That's some you will and some you won't. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Jennifer, I'm going to shut up now and zip it. Let you get on.
Okay. All right. So I did notice when I watched it back the other day that we have a bit of a time delay. So if I talk over you, I apologise. There seems to be a delay in our talk, but I shall start this one. So this one's got a couple words I'm not quite sure on the meaning of, so I'll try and pronounce them correctly. But this one is by Vandita Dami.
Vandita Darney, yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. And it has no title. This one's got no title.
No.
Okay, here we go. The realms of conjugal bliss, the leathery horizon beckons, the starry maze to blur their sparkle, the gentle breeze wafts impetuous, as the air is ripe with ecstasy, steals a silvery moonbeam. Through the haven of bliss, warm fires igniting their desires. As they savour the ocean of love, the faint music sways their bodies. To its rapturous melody, he delves into the depths of ambrosial wine she offers, their eyes gazing steadily, exploring each other, while their lips engage in a passionate kiss, luring them into an amorous seduction. Their feverish bodies entwine for an escape from the mundane into the realms of conjugal bliss, a sanctum of eternal love, a love that has the seal of heaven, the promise of forever. Vandita Dharmi.
I'm all hot now.
I know. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it.
Well, that was
I
a
do
nice
like it.
romantic. That was. Thank
Yeah,
you,
it's a
Vandita.
nice
Yeah,
visual, I think.
it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I like that when some poets can just put an absolute oil painting in front of you in words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's her style. It's yeah, I like it. It puts a picture there, and you just think, wow, okay, yeah, I wouldn't mind. That'd be okay. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you.
But okay, yeah, it's you know, as you know, I'm a little bit of a romantic, so I'm thinking, oh, you know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Yeah,
There's no harm in that whatsoever. No harm.
Yeah,
No harm in that. No.
Yeah.
Good God. You come out of that buzz of being a romantic. You better come into reality then, don't you? Not having any of that.
My bubble's been popped. Don't worry. So, but you know, there's still a drizzle of romantic there.
Of course there is. Yes. Yes. They didn't do away with the waterfalls.
Yeah. The ebbs and flows, I guess. What can you do? What can you do? But my children love me, sort of. I have a teenager that's giving me a run for my money. So
that's
my sister says that's karma. She said that's karma for the child that you were. Now you've got one of your own.
Exactly. It all comes back to bite us. You know this, don't you?
Yeah.
That's why I have been worked to death yesterday, because I was with my son.
Yeah.
At the gym. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
dads have this. Maybe it's an ingrown overboost of ego. I can do that better than you. No, I can't. And I have to start admitting it to me that I can't, because it's killing me.
So you're a bit competitive. You're a bit competitive, are you?
I try to be, but I have to give up after a couple of minutes, you know. He makes a show of me. He really does.
Yeah.
But we love it. We absolutely love it. It's just,
I'm sure.
It's that bonding time for a couple of hours that you get, isn't it? That's just brilliant.
Yeah. Look, you have to own every moment, I guess, because you never know when the last one will be.
Exactly.
And so you have to live your life like there is no tomorrow, because you just don't know. Yeah. And if it's, at the gym getting slaughtered by your son, it's funny. It gives you a good memory. It gives you a great laugh, and it's good. Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if I can beat him at something, it's a great laugh.
Well, hold on to that, and
I will.
Let me know when that happens. Let me know when it happens.
Might never be able to let you know. It might never happen, Jennifer. You know this.
Well, you can only try, right?
Of course. And just to answer Alexander Rodriguez, yes, I'm going to be reading Hank's poem, but it's going to be the Reverend Bookman poems, Alexander. They're the ones that I have for Hank for tonight, yeah? Come on, Jen.
Okay, we good? All right.
Yeah.
So this one is by Balvin
Chima. Yeah. Now, here's a good one for you. The lady you just read beforehand, Vandita Dharmi.
Yeah.
And Balvin, they've gone to somewhere in India. I think it was Hyderabad. They've gone to on a poetry trip. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So the two, and I didn't know before I got the two poems that they were both traveling to this poetry event. And
oh wow.
It's just worked out that way. How ironic.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, that's great. I've never been to a poetry event or weekend away at all, but I could imagine it would be great. But it is funny that you've got two poems to read this week and they're both at the same event. It's
absolutely
it's a small
amazing.
world.
It's a very small world, yeah.
Very, very. So this one is called Heavenly Haven by Balvin Chima.
Yes. Chima. Yeah.
Yeah. So heavenly haven. The enshrouding morning mists endorse our affinity to heavens. God came down and signed off his insignia in our humble haven. No tiring steps to climb up to reach his cloudy iron gates, no further realms to aspire to meet our predestined fates. My eyes open wide to a yawning morn in his swaying arms, the soul awakened with passions to be lightened by his kindling balms. No abundant boundaries do I propose, for in the fulfilling years, life's magnitude dwells in the visuals overwhelming me with tears. My spirits were enriched by panoramic delight of weeded gardens. Our heaven lies encored in bite-sized appreciation of spiritual havens. So that one, it's yeah, I mean it gives you hope really, doesn't it?
Yeah, Balvin writes very much in that style, hope,
Yeah,
inspiration, and so forth.
yeah,
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 I've yet to read one that I didn't get something from where Balvin
yeah,
is concerned. Yeah,
yeah,
I just love her poetry.
yeah.
And
I mean
I've only
the
known her now for
thing,
3 months or so. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, yeah, as you say, you get something different from each, poem that you read, and I guess the one that stands out for me in this one is, our destined fates. I'm a big
yeah.
believer in fate and serendipity and all that stuff. But
Well, I'm the same. I have a belief this has all happened.
yeah,
This is already planned and happened.
yeah,
We haven't caught up with it yet. And
yeah,
that's part of the journey is catching up with the
yeah,
event itself. And that's why we're
yeah,
so far behind, because we're not catching up.
yeah,
We're losing sight of it more so than anything else.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Life, huh?
Oh,
Life.
exactly. 4 letters and it drags it out of us.
Now, I'm selfishly going to read one of my own tonight. So, or this morning, night for you. That's right, night. And I'm not going to read one that you've read before. I'll read. It's just a small one. This one here, but this one is called Dewdrops, and I wrote this one. I was out walking early one morning, and I came across this big spider web, and I had all these little dewdrops just hanging, and I always have as you know, photography that goes along with my poems because I love photography. So this one just inspired me, all the dewdrops on the web, and I always link it to a bit of romance and, all the thoughts in my mind. So this is how this one formed. It's called Dewdrops. So I've got my big book of poems. So this one I'm reading out of my book today. So
Harry Potter would love one of them.
I know, it's great. And they're all sealed with a little wax J.
Yeah,
So.
look, yeah, wow.
Because once they're written, they're set, aren't they? They're set. They're in time.
Oh, that's it, exactly, yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's where they should be, yeah.
yeah,
Set,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So this one's called Dewdrops. So when the night is quiet and the day is done, my thoughts turn to you. My memories all lined up waiting, like the dewdrops from the morning mist trapped in a web. This is the web of my mind. Each crystal-like drop holds the most precious of memories. The delicate fabric of my mind reaches out to caress each and every one. It's hard to resist the pull, to burst one to expose the memory within. Sending my senses into a spin, I see the drops vibrate as my mind reaches out. I hold my breath. Which memory will tease me, I wonder? Will it fill my soul with that yearning hunger? Will I revisit the waterfall of tears? Will it make me dream that dream? I have a million drops to explore, and everyone is precious. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly. I treasure them all. I would not change a single one. Yes, I gently caress the chosen drop. I feel the vibration, and the memory fills my mind. It's a beautiful in all of its complexity. The feel of the heat as we frolic in the dawn's early glow. It's an early memory of laughter and fun in the sun, when the adventure was new and wondrous. I enjoy the memory with a smile on my lips, and I feel a certain emptiness when I pull my gentle caress away. It's just another day without you. There you go.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
You
Wow.
might not have seen that one before.
I've not seen that one. I'd remember the run through that you went through. No, I've not seen that one before. So you've
Yeah.
not sent that one to me. So that was a nice
No.
surprise. That was, yeah.
Yeah. Because
That was a nice surprise.
some of mine can just go on and on and on, but you know, some of them are quite small and just cutesy. I don't know. I like that one. Yeah.
So, lady just come in, Julie Damro. Julie
Oh,
Damro,
yes.
quick, and she said that's awesome.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad you liked it.
Oh, it's lovely, absolutely lovely. So, what have you got planned for the week ahead?
Work, of course.
You can't do without that.
We're really, really busy at work, and got a lot of deadlines this week. But you know, it's this weekend was a nice surprise. I had my sister up for the weekend, and it forced me to have a relaxed weekend actually. So we just sat around the pool and did some gardening and drank a bit of wine and chatted about the things that you do, and it was good. It was a nice forced relaxing weekend for me. I needed it actually. It was good. Yeah, I loved it. So, but spring is here, and you know the weather's warming up, and you know, so I got a bit sunburnt yesterday, which was lovely.
Because I'm laughing, I'm tittering here to myself when you say spring is here. We're in fall, you know, we're in autumn now, and across the world, the different times. It's morning time where you are.
Yeah.
It's noon and afternoon in parts of America, different parts.
Yeah.
God knows what time it is in India. You've read the two Indian ladies' poems.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How do any of us get together here at all? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But we do. Yeah, we do because we want to.
Yeah, and we have a passion for I don't know, sharing people's words, I guess, and it's something personal to us when we write them, and whether it's just trapped emotions that we just need to get it out there to heal. For me, it's a great healing, you know, and if I didn't write, you know, I don't know what I'd do, but I think you need to express, and it's great that we recognise that in each other.
Yes, very much so.
We do, and sharing it just might give someone that closure that they need, or that someone might think, well, you know, I actually understand. I understand, babe, that you know you've been hurt, or you know that your faith is that, or it's, you know, the poetry's all different. Of course, it's not all about love or anything like that, but it can be our children, our pet, our, you know, a loss of someone. It can be about anything.
Anything at all. And that's where some of us guys who can write have that, are given that gift to express. And we don't just express ourselves. I mean, all of us have written a piece that has nothing to do with us in personal terms. And somebody will comment and say, I'm so sorry you've gone through that.
Absolutely.
And you watch me, Carly, suddenly they realise this is about a situation in life itself. But just observers, we're just passers by. We pick up this information, and suddenly it comes out onto a page,
Yeah.
and others can read, and it can be inspiring, it can be full of empathy, it can be anything, absolutely
Yeah.
anything. And we are just
Well, I
gifted
think
that we can do it.
yeah, and it's just that like, wow, someone actually sees me and they understand. I think that's quite powerful. I think that can really give someone that lift that they need, and I think it's great. And look, I think when you see anything that gives you a moment of like, wow,
Yeah,
yeah, a wow moment, that you should really recognize that and say, yeah, yeah, thanks. Like
exactly,
that lifted
yes.
my day. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been, this week alone, I've been, and I say this with aplomb, I've been humbled with some of the comments that come back on some of my poetry.
Oh yeah.
Uh, because people have felt touched with something or other, with the way it's phrased or whatever,
Yeah.
yeah? And
Yeah.
for someone to come back with a comment that tells you that it has touched them or they understand or
Yeah.
they can relate to,
Yeah.
it's mind blowing. It can knock you right over, especially as a writer,
Yeah.
to get words like that and information back. And it does help with the next time you sit down to write in how you actually
Yeah.
try to explain what's in your emotions and in your mind or in the subject itself for itself. Yeah,
Yeah. Now I
it's
did read
absolutely
that
brilliant.
collaboration. Did you do
It
you
was
and
the
Nina did a
collaboration with
collab?
Nina. Yeah, God,
Are
don't
you
ask me
reading
the
that?
name of it. No, don't ask
Are
me the
you
name of it.
oh, okay.
We
Is
read
that
it.
being yeah.
We read it. Myself and Nina read it when we wrote it. The week that we
Okay.
wrote it, we read it. It's the one with the twist of Alzheimer's, isn't it?
Yeah,
At the end.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read it. It was sad. It was really because I think everyone knows someone who's going through some form of that, and it's your biggest fear that you're going to get that you're not going to remember
Yeah.
things, and it was beautiful. It was sad. It was beautiful. It was yeah, very very
It was
heartfelt.
sad and it was supportive and it was explanative in
Yeah,
in telling people, look, guys, we know it's hard to be a carer of somebody with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or whatever. Yeah, these kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
brain brain illnesses. Yeah,
yeah,
but just bear in mind, it wasn't always like that.
yeah.
Remember when
That's
you were
right.
a baby and your parents ran after you and hand fed you and blah blah
Yeah,
blah. Never forget the first moments.
yeah,
When they need you, when you needed them, they were there all the time.
yeah,
When they need you, step back from everything else and get them
yeah,
through to the best you can.
yeah,
It's not a lot to ask after years and years. I mean,
yeah.
some people would say it's only the first 16 years. The most important years are your first 16 years.
Oh,
And we
really?
must never ever forget to get the 16 years. There's so many children that I've grown up with that didn't get the 16 years with both parents, whether it be
Yeah,
divorce, breakup, separation, whatever. Yeah?
yeah,
And they never got there. My own first family, we never got there. But
yeah,
never ever forget anybody who has been by your side.
yeah,
You can't leave somebody behind in that situation. It is so
yeah,
unfair. So
yeah.
unfair.
I know. And like it's hard to know how you're going to be in the situation once it happens to you. Some of us have a lot of empathy. Some can't handle the heartbreak of seeing their loved one in that state because it can be confronting. It can be
Yes,
confronting.
absolutely.
But yeah, what you're saying's true. Like they've helped us in our time when we really needed it. So you can just give a little bit of your time. But look, it's not easy. It's
It's not. Nobody could
it's not.
ever say it's easy. It's neither easy for the
No.
sufferer nor the carer. And as one lady, Carrie Thomas, once said to me, carers need caring for. They
Oh,
do.
absolutely. Yeah.
My God Almighty, they do. They do
Yeah.
things totally outside of the box at the best of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Yeah. And they get the rough end of the deal sometimes, I think. Yeah.
They do, yes, without a shadow of
Yeah.
a doubt. Hello, Kim Michelle Thomas and Stephen McGeady. I got two models just come in. I think Michelle has been there a while, actually, because I've seen a photograph on top.
Oh, okay.
Kim.
All right. But yeah, look, it's yeah. But I love that poem. I thought it was good. Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
read that
Jennifer.
this week. So now my sister was saying to me that she actually, because I'm one of seven, so I have five sisters or four. I'm number five. Uh, she watched the show and she watched you read the Wonky Donkey. Was it?
The wonky donkey. Go on, remind me.
She said you did a good job of it, and I'm like, oh my
Do you
god.
know?
Okay,
I was laughing the day before we done it, and going to bed
yeah,
on the Saturday night, I was thinking, I'm
yeah,
not gonna be able to do this. There's no way,
yeah,
absolutely no way. But
yeah,
once I sat down to read it, I mean, I really laughed out
yeah.
loud in the crowd of a retail park, for God's sake, and I was
Oh, really?
nearly on the floor reading that,
Yeah.
listening to the lady read the Wonky Donkey, because
Oh, is
that's
that
got
the grandmother?
the grandmother. Oh my God
Oh, yes.
Almighty, she
Yeah.
was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, Chris, we'll do it again, but not tonight, my friend.
But yeah, no, my sister said you read it very well. So, because she compared it, she said the grandmother, she does that Muttley laugh,
Yeah.
that laugh like, and my sister, she laughs like that when she laughs a lot. So, but yeah, she said she watched you read it as well. So it was good. Yeah, it was
Oh,
good. It
it's
was
a
well
brilliant
done.
piece. It's a
Yeah.
tongue twister, Jennifer, an absolute
Yeah.
tongue twister.
Well, I always read the Dr. Seuss to my children, so there's a lot of tongue twisters in those books.
Oh
But
yes,
you just get into the rhythm of it, so you don't think about it. You just go for it. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
laughing at Jesse Batista here.
yeah.
He's giving me a reminder as well. Again, your
Your
legacy, John.
legacy. Oh
It
yeah.
is my legacy. As he said last week, it's recorded for life.
That's it. It's there. You can't erase it.
It's in the archives. Oh my God.
And then you're going to get people like me reminding you, oh, you read the Wonky
Oh,
Donkey.
I know. Yeah. Oh God, I know.
Yeah. So, but do you have Myrna there,
I've
Mina,
got
already?
Marina already lined up now. She's coming
Okay.
in now in a sec.
All right.
Jennifer, thanks a million for stepping up to the plate tonight.
No, my
Absolutely
pleasure. Look,
terrific.
it's, as you know, I'm very humbled that when you guys read anything of mine, and I'm humbled to have read these great poems here. And did you want me to put them up on the thing, or are you going to put them up?
No, you've got him. Yeah. Can
Yep,
you put them in the comments after the show? Yeah. So people
absolutely.
can.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks a million, Jennifer.
I'll do
Much
that
much
for you.
appreciated. Have a
That's
lovely
right.
week ahead. I
Yeah,
look
and
forward
I
to
look
seeing you
forward to
next
what I
Sunday.
read next week. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll see you next Sunday.
All right. Have a
Love you to
great weekend.
bits. Have
Okay.
fun.
Yeah. Thanks.
Take it
Enjoy. All
easy.
right.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
Jennifer Polonetsky in Australia. Hello, Spanhill. Lovely. Lovely to see you in. Um, it's been great having Jennifer on board because, as I said, we're down Christine and we're down Nina tonight. But we do have, well, we did have, God, she's disappeared. And this woman does this all the time. Just as I'm about to get her, she goes AWOL. No, she's back again. Here she is. The one and only drum roll. Here she is, Marina Dupree
Hello.
Batram. Hello, Marina. How are you?
That's my.
Hello.
I'm doing good.
Are you? Is that it? Now
Yeah.
you're finished. Now is that okay? Okay. Well, welcome.
Don't get started already, because you see, when y'all started talking about the poem
Which one?
that the one that you did, you and Nina,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try to say all that because there's no way I can. I'm like going, don't talk about that now. I have to read. It's okay.
Oh.
I read one of my my Monty Mouse, one of my from my Monty Mouse series, to a friend of mine, and then then she wanted me to read something else to her, and I said, oh, I can't read anything serious after reading that. There's no way.
I know. And isn't it funny how that actually happens? Isn't it? Where something,
Yeah.
I think we had it last week at one stage. We were trying to work out because we had two very sad poems last week. But we had two
Hmm.
quite funny ones. We had that wonky donkey, and we had the one
Thank you for saying that.
from
That's
Sheila.
all I did was wonky donkey because I can't. No way I could say the whole thing.
Do you know?
No.
I said to Nina on the Monday, we've got to find something like that again. Hello, David Wagner, how are you? And Kathy Wagner Coates. Do you know, Mina, we need to find something else like that, something on that level. The fun that was had with that last week was brilliant.
Well, you could do hickory dickory hockery dockery or something like that.
Trust you to
Hickory
bring something like that up.
dockery.
Oh, Maxwell,
Try
how
to
are you, buddy?
dockery. Okay, there you go. There you go. I got you started.
Wow, good God Almighty! I'm gonna have to get the video of it though, so I can study it and try and knock it out, like, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. You go ahead and use those two lines and have fun with it.
I can't do it on 2 lines, mine. I need
I
a
know,
few
but I
more
gave you two
lines.
lines. Hickory dickory hockery dockery. Say the mouse ran up the clockery.
Hey, no, we're getting somewhere now. Steady up, guys. I got a cup of coffee. This
You
sounds
go with
good.
it. You go with that. Yeah,
Oh,
go.
you
Yeah.
can. What do you want to do? A collaboration on it now? God Almighty!
I'm just thinking of where we could go with it. Oh Lord, I'm
So listen, tell everybody you had something wonderful yesterday, didn't you?
Wonderful yesterday?
Yeah. Your lawn.
Not yesterday.
Your lawn.
Huh?
Your lawn.
My lawn mowed yesterday.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And my dog, I let my dog out to potty, and I'm sitting on the back deck with him, and he goes down the steps. He goes lay down in the grass. I said, "Well, I guess you like this, don't you?" I'm like, "That's not supposed to be what you're doing."
But
So he was laying in the grass. I had to take a picture of it and send it to my daughter because it is her
neighbours,
dog.
you can see
Oh,
the
that was fun.
puddles now, Marna.
No, he don't do that much.
Oh, Maxwell's lost
He,
sound.
that's a little chihuahua. He don't do that much.
Hey, Marna, I'm gonna do an emoji.
But yeah,
That's my favourite one.
I can't see it. I got to put the phone up to my face. I can't see it right now. I'll look later.
That's okay.
I know.
You'd be glad you did.
Oh, will I? Uh-huh, sure.
You don't want to see it live, I promise.
Oh, really?
Seriously. I didn't want to see it live, but I had no choice.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
Do you know what? I'm not forgetting exactly who it is you're going to be reading. I've got it now. No, it's okay. I've got it now. I forgot who you're reading.
Well, you did forget to add one.
Did I?
Yes.
I've only got, all I have is The Secret Fountain, Lingering Shadow, The Domino Effect, and Other Seasons. That's what I've got written in front of me.
Yeah, but you forgot to add one.
No, I didn't.
That I took.
No,
Asked you to read.
I deliberately left it out.
No, oh, you deliberately left it out. Okay. Well, I didn't deliberately leave it out of my list. I got it right here on my computer. Thank you.
Now look what you've started.
There, sir.
Look what you've just started. You've started a riot in the audience. Oh my God Almighty. Jennifer Polonetsky, the challenge is on. Let's find the real tongue twister for John to read. I throw down the gauntlet.
Go, Jennifer, go.
My God Almighty. I'll have to be like a Tasmanian devil to get me tongue around some of the stuff you guys are
Look,
going to come up
when my poem Lizard Anniversary, do you know how long I had to practice before I could say that word? You know, I mean, I like,
Hey.
there isn't such a word, so I had to make it up, but I had to practice saying Lizard Anniversary.
Well, Chris has just come up with the pheasant plucker. Now imagine getting that wrong.
Oh, no.
I mean, that could be riotous altogether. That could.
Oh,
I could get thrown out of the room getting
well,
that wrong.
I'll put it to you this way. My grandson, I don't know if y'all have them there, but here we have Dunkin' Donuts. Well, he was saying Dunkin' Donuts, and it didn't quite come out right. we just we just all left the room because we couldn't stay. I will not repeat what he actually said, but I think you get my drift.
You know, Chris, I'm gonna speak to Nina during the week. I might look up Google. I'll Google that one actually. That you speak of. That pheasant plucker. Just make sure I put the right P in the right place.
Yeah.
Because that is one horrendous piece to actually read. I remember being a child and reading that. And it started off, you read it slowly, and you got faster, 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 and faster, until you got to slap across the ear off your dad for getting the words mixed up.
Well, how do you think I felt when I had to read the story I wrote about my dad? I had to write the Cajun dialect phonetically because there's no way I would have been able to read it otherwise. Because my mind would not have gone that quickly back to what it would have sounded in Cajun dialect. Oh,
Yeah,
when
that's a
my dad.
good one. We got to find one for you as well, man. I mean, I can't be the only one
Well,
doing
this is
all
a
this. We're a team.
short story. Well, this is a short story, and it's called The Character because my dad was, but yeah, when his pants fell down when he was picking grapefruit. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, the rest, as they say, is history, and people think, well, that was a great story you made up. I said, no, you can't make this up. This was all true.
Do you know, it's brilliant is because Carolyn Oxley has just come in and she has written down, I'm not the pheasant plucker, I'm the pheasant plucker's mate. And
Oh
there's
God.
more on it. Now, I mean, I've got to get, yeah, tell you what, guys, I'll set this up. I hopefully have this set up for next week for us. Which seems frozen? Am I frozen out to everybody? I don't think so because I've still got you. So are we going to read our poems together, Marna?
Yeah, we can. We
Yeah.
can.
And there's a young lady has been there ages, and I got one of her poems coming up. Julie Mishler. Excuse me. Picking grapefruit. Thanks, Maxwell. Do you know, I love grapefruit, Marna, and I'm not allowed any with my blood pressure tablets. I can't have juice. I can't
Yeah,
have
I know.
any of it.
Well, you wouldn't have want this. You wouldn't have wanted this particular grapefruit that he had in his hand when his pants fell down. Because I'm just saying, you wouldn't have wanted it after that.
Now, I've given up grapefruit for life now. That's it. I'm off it
I'll
for
have to
life.
send it to you in email. You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
Oh,
I love my dad, but boy, yeah.
so let me see, man. I've got it. Come on to a minus.
Do you want me to go first then?
Do you want me to go first? I've got loads.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go first. And I'll do If I Had Known by Julie Mishler. I like this. I like the way this runs actually because this is a very. You've read it, have you? Brilliant. Yeah. Great way to get across Cajun dialect, says David Wagner.
It's the only way I could.
Okay. Excuse me. If I Had Known by Julie Mishler. If I had known, I would never see the smile upon your face again. I would have memorized every curve. If I had known, I would never hear the way you laughed. I would have recorded it to play it again and again. If I had known, I would never be graced with your presence again. I would have hugged you tighter. If I had only known there would ever be a day that you were no longer in my life, I would have made sure you knew what a blessing it was to have journeyed with you through your life, and how honoured I was to have called you my friend. Written in memory of my beautiful friend, Denise Kogler. Wow, what a tribute to a friend. What a beautiful, beautiful tribute. What a friend.
You know, that's something I could have written to my husband, because he was not just my husband, he was my best friend. And I mean, yeah, when I read it, I'm like, ah, yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely
It
beautiful.
is, it is, it is.
Julie Mishler, thank you for submitting that. And I hope I've done it
Yes,
some kind of
that's
justice
a
for you, sweetheart.
beautiful tribute,
It's a
a beautiful tribute to a friend.
beautiful tribute, that is. Absolutely beautiful. Do you want
I'm
me
the
to,
one that's going
do you want me to do a
to push.
small, nice little one while you're recovering? I can do just,
No, I'm
it's
okay. If
very
you want me,
small. It's very small. It's very
well,
short. Yeah?
go ahead. Uh,
And it's called Goodbye by Janice Fish. As the last days of summer dwindles, I stroll through the garden, catching in my mind the beauty that has shown. Now autumn approaches with its own magical splendour of magnificent colours, setting the path for winter's white.
wow.
Thank you, Janice.
Yes. Thank you. That is beautiful. You know, I do a challenge on the website that I work on, and like I think I've talked about this before, and it's called the Take Five Challenge. And the poetry is only 5 lines. That's all they can do. And I'm always amazed at what they can say in 5 lines. And only 5 words per line, too.
So you're only allowed 5, so it's 5 by 5 by 5.
Yes,
Yeah?
I give them 5 words, 5 words per line, and only 5 lines in the poem.
Excellent.
And I'm always amazed at what they can come up with.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Wow.
I love the challenge. That's my favorite. Every now and then I'll come up with some weird words, and I'm thinking they're not going to be able to do it. They always surprise me and do it, you know, so I love it. I love it. I love it.
What do you mean sometimes? All the time with you, woman.
No, I don't come up with weird words
You
every
do.
week.
You do.
No, I
Every
don't.
week you come
No,
on with a
no.
new Cajun word for us all.
Oh, that would be funny. I could about see that. I'd be getting emails or you know, through the website. What does that word mean? I don't even know how to say that word.
I'm not even gonna try.
Exactly. I wouldn't either. That's what me. It's like me trying to say Spanish.
It is, yeah. And I don't understand that either. So
Yeah, well,
you can say what you like to me in Spanish because I will
I
just
know
smile.
you could call whatever name you want in Spanish. Call me whatever name you want in Spanish. I'll just smile at you and shake your hand because I don't know.
Hey,
That's it.
sister, we got it sewn up.
I know, huh? Are you ready for me to read my first
I
one?
am ready for your first one. Definitely.
The Secret Fountain by Thomas DeSaro, or T.M. DeSaro. That's what his screen name is. The Secret Fountain. You are the secret fountain flowing, liquid dreams as wisdom coming. In your mind, the answers beckoned. In your hands, you see it glisten, catching light as passion sparkled. So ecstatic in the moment, pouring out your lust as pennies, wishing for their secret releasing, spreading on, splashing on your face and fingers, on your lips like winds, like words, flow freely, self-control, as windows breaking, taste consumed, it's target surge. It's tangent surge. Going down in sacred waters, then exploding into sunshine, floating in your primal instincts as your lust for life submerges. Faith gives way to your resistance as your mind restores your senses. You become one with existence, letting down all your defenses.
That is deep. That is quite deep.
Yeah.
Wow. I've not come across the writer before, and that's a first for me, I think. with this.
I read him once before.
Have you
Yeah,
once
I read
before?
him once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And that's the
remember.
kind of poetry I, and I'm sorry I messed up a few times, but I'm still recovering from the poem you read. Okay. But I'm good.
Excellent. That's what we need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your turn or my turn?
I don't mind. I'll go if you want. Yeah. I don't mind.
That's up to you.
Oh. Let's just say, would you still love me? I'm not asking do you love me. I'm just saying it's by Stan Bryant. Yeah.
Hang on.
I thought you were trying to right hook at me just then.
No. No, my computer was playing unnice with me.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay. I will do.
So
Would
anyway, me or you?
me? I'll go. Calm down. Have a sip of coffee. Get yourself all eased up.
No, not coffee. I already finished that. I'm having a sip.
Oh, the vodka. Okay.
Good.
Would you still love me?
Mm-mm.
By Stan Bryant. Would you still love me if I couldn't tie my shoes? If you had the chance to leave or stay, which one would you choose? And when my body's frail and weak, and I can no longer stand, would you turn away from me, or would you take my hand? Would you talk to me each night, even though my words not clear? And each new sunlit day, would you still call me dear? Would you still look at me and smile just because? Would you understand my ups and downs and know I will never be as I once was? When time takes its toll on me, can I count on you being there? I know I ask so much of you, and so much to ask is unfair. The toll it takes, the time unknown, but together we can make it through. But still a choice, I ask my dear. Would you still love me if I couldn't tie my shoes?
Mm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Stan, that is something else. If anybody can contact Janice Fisher and tell her, herself and Barty, if they come out from the show itself and go back in, there's no block on, they'll be back in the show, they'll just come into the show. They need to go back to the Dear John page and join in the entrance there on the live feed, yeah?
Yep.
Thank you, guys. Marla, what did you think of that one?
Huh.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, that again, that brings me back to my mom.
Yeah.
My mom and my dad. When I'd see my dad bring his cup of coffee and sit next to my mom's hospital bed. I mean, because we had her at home, but we had her in a hospital bed, and would talk to her while he was watching the news, drinking his coffee, like he understood everything he said. And of course, she didn't, but he was the one that did not want to put her in a nursing home. He was bound and determined we were going to care for her at home, and we did.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, Lord.
That was hard.
Oh, without a shadow of doubt. Love, as they say, is hard. It's It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing to keep. It's not an easy thing to let go of. Love is so special in many, many ways.
It is.
Good ways, bad ways, indifferent.
It is. Very much so.
And it's your turn again now.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to read one, The Domino Effect, by, hope I get his name right, Billy Raynard Bonus. That's Bowness. It's the domino effect. Like a domino in a rally, am I part of the team? Am I next in line? Am I to stand or do I fall? Like a domino in a deck, will I be played? Will I be laid? Will I be noticed at all? Like a domino on the table, do I fit in? Do I join up? Do I answer the call? Like a domino shuffled around, can I adapt? Can I settle back in? Can I hold back the gall? Like a domino in the box, should I feel safe? Should I like the dark? Should I welcome the pall?
The
Yeah,
domino
I know.
effect it's a great, it's an absolutely, it's an astonishing effect in life itself, the domino effect. And I'm sure there are more than
Yeah,
would like to say that it's happened. When something goes
but
wrong and the house just, everything just falls down at once and you think, oh my God, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that would happen.
yeah, yes.
Absolutely horrific.
Like I said, boy, I mean, I was finding these and I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. Just when you think you're not going to find any that's going to, I don't want to say top the week before, but be equal to the week before, bam, it happens.
From Dee to Darnie, I hope you're having a great time in Hyderabad. Isn't you've gone to with Balvin. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful time there. Lovely seeing you coming in. Absolutely beautiful. And Stephen McGeady, how are you? Sorry, Marna, you go ahead now. I'm just getting it off my chest.
Okay. That's fine. I'll go ahead. You're skipping yourself, but I'll go ahead.
Oh, wait, no, wait, whoa, no. I'll
Okay.
go. I'll go and do one.
No. Okay.
I'm okay, I'll do one now. I'll do Escaping Alcatraz by Alhana Isgrig. Yeah?
Oh, wow.
I hope I can get. Yeah, it's it's a lovely piece. It's a really deep piece.
Oh, with that title, it has to be.
Yeah, Escaping Alcatraz. Alhana Isgrig. Upon this earth you walk, seeking deviant shelter in the embodiment of man, hidden amongst the throng, convinced you can do no wrong, zeroed in on your target, innocently blinded by you and your wicked plan. Unbeknownst of fate, thought to be sealed upon recalcitrance met, beasts true nature now revealed. How did I miss the warning signs displayed before me so consistently? Flags of coagulated vibrancy. When down this road I've travelled, the times to count are too many, leaving pieces of myself along the way. Like breadcrumbs, none too gentle reminders that from this path I must stray. Return to the drawing board, the task at hand. This process of reinventing could use some tweaking. Wipe clean my slate. My equation unable to meet any previous demand, the root of which, I swear, is more than square. Tears divided, and carry the heart back to the beginning. That's where I start. Whoa. I got chills on that one. I got chills on that one, Marna. I got goosebumps, guys. I don't know about you lot. I've got goosebumps on that one. Wow. Whew.
I'd help if I put on my glasses.
Hey, Marna. Where's Marna? Marna?
She disappeared.
She's gone, hasn't she? Wow.
Yeah, she disappeared.
Oh, Marna's sister. Well, say hello to Marna's sister, Marna.
Oh gosh, I hate to think of what my name would be.
There's that emoji. You're going to love it. Yeah.
Okay, is it my turn now?
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you, Diane Borges.
That was something that she just wrote.
Oh, thank you, Alahana. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was Alahana. Thank you. Wow. Okay, this is by Jim Cunningham, and it's called Lingering Shadow. And this is another one that's going to make you go, Lingering Shadow. A shadow is at the window. She never wants to leave. Her life hit a crescendo, left her family to grieve. They can no longer see her, but she still feels their love. The pain continues to stir. She feels it push and shove. Wonders, do they feel her touch? Can he hear her speak his name? She misses him so very much, but it's just not the same. At the window pane, she lingers. Hang on, went too fast. At the window pane, she lingers, remembers her life passing by. Can't touch it with her fingers. Found out even ghosts can cry. But at least she still sees him. Calls out her name while asleep. Which wishes it could still be them. She also has heard him weep.
Marna, you need to take a drink.
In a minute, an accident took her away. Although she is still there. Maybe she'll leave someday. They were the perfect pair. She'll always be here waiting, because time has no meaning. Without any kind of hesitating, their love will be reconvening. That slammed me against the wall.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
And I think you know why.
Yes. I've read Jim's poetry before, yeah?
I think you know why that would slam me against the wall. You know, because I can imagine John doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that one just. I even told Jim in my comments. I said that just shot an arrow straight into my heart. May I please read it? I'm thinking, yeah, I'll get through. And I did. I mean, you know, the coughing is just something else. My eyes are a little bit irritated.
You okay? You sure you're okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm used to it.
I'm used to it. I love it.
To read. You want me to go? You want me to go ahead and go read one? Yeah, I guess that the answer is yes. I'll read one. Okay, the next one I'm written by a lady who actually got me yes, and that's lost her at that time. Her She was posting under Lost in Words. She has since passed away. Um, what happened was I actually saw her daughter in the grocery store, and she asked me if I was still writing, and I told her yes, and I told her about the show. And I said, I wish your mom would still be alive because I would love for her to send me one of her poems. And she said, well, I can send you one. So I gave her my email address, and she sent me one of her poems.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, another one to hit the heart, but I
Oh,
went,
just
yeah.
bear with me, Marla. Oh, I'm
Huh.
okay now. It's okay. I went frozen for a minute. That was it. Come on.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's called Other Seasons by Lost in Words. If I could paint autumn skies, I would use the colors of you, your warmth of spirit, the sunset, your laughter, splashes of indigo, your smile, stars lighting the night, your voice, whispers of drifting clouds, your strength, softly falling rain. Your strength, sun rising at break of day, your gentleness, softly falling rain, your honesty, the tranquility of moon, and your love, the promise of other seasons.
That was short and sweet and with impact. Wow.
When
That
she sent
is.
me that,
Yes. I like the
and my
impact of that one.
I used to call her BB.
The description. When you're looking at sun and rain and everything. Again, myself
Yeah,
and Jennifer
I
was
mean
saying that the
the gentleness.
picturesque. Yeah.
Yeah, your gentleness is sweet, is softly falling rain. I'm like, that's the line that just,
Yeah. Absolutely beautiful.
But she's the one, like I said, when I read this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I do write that way sometimes. And then I said, well, yeah, but she's the one who got me to explore that kind of writing. So if I am a good writer now, people tell me I am. I'm just a writer. I don't call myself a poet. I never will. I just like to write. But if anything I write is good and it's something like this, I give her all the credit because she's the one who told me that I could and I had it in me and
Wow.
to try.
Yes. Well, we must try, Marla. We must, and we should, at any time.
But I'll see if I can get her to send more.
Yes. I have Hank Buchma from the Nightly Vigil, the Journals of Rev Bookman. And I've got a double of this one, guys. This is just something personal that I've chased Hank down for because I love this story. I love the way he's put his mind to this. And this goes back to the 1970s when he first wrote these episodes.
Wow.
And that's what really has me intrigued, yeah? Now,
Mm-hmm.
I have no title for this particular one, this first one, okay? So,
Okay.
the first bit isn't going to read, but I'm going to read it anyway. Here we go. I smelled the vanilla before I felt her touch. She had come to me in the darkened room, where I lay alone, thinking of a new poem. I said that I had gotten so tired of not hearing her voice, that I had been talking to myself for 3 days. I said that I had decided that every poet is a warrior, and every warrior a poet. And she shook out of her black hair and looked at me with black eyes that I would have died to look into just once, and said, "Shut up, preacher. Lie down, and please, just shut up." As Carmelita silently settled on top of me, she said, "Feels like home." Eh, preacher. Another poem lost forever to a woman. That's the first
Whew.
one. I'll go straight into the second one, guys, because
I love his work.
it feels like
It's
it continues.
his work just makes you think.
It does, doesn't it? Walking Backwards, this one is called.
Yes.
As soon as I came home tonight, I knew I was alone. Both she and the horse were gone. Carmelita had left nothing but the vanilla scent and a note. Preacher, we have gone to find where you hid the moon. Don't wait up. Pity. I so loved watching her leave. Carmelita has left me so much. You would think I would get used to it. All I have left of her, this time, is the stain of a coffee cup on the table. It's getting to the point that when I see her standing at my door, I think that she's leaving me, walking backwards. If you were me, it would make sense. I just love this guy. He's just unreal. Absolutely
Whew.
unreal.
Yeah, he is.
He has walked so many steps through life. He has walked so many
Yeah,
tears.
just when you think he can't do better than the last, he goes,
It just
"Hello."
comes up exactly. And
Yeah,
those are some of the best pieces of writing I've ever read. And God, I was a bookworm for years and years and years. But I
those
just
like I said, I've heard you've read some of his stuff before, and I thought, wow, this topped that. This was just like, ugh.
absolutely wonderful, wonderful
Again,
read.
deep, and open to so many interpretations.
Oh,
That's the kind of
yes.
stuff I love. I love that because I would read that more than once, and every time I read it, I'm telling you, I'd have a different interpretation.
Oh, yeah. All the time. All the time. I'm going to read another one. You've got one left, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. You have to hold your one. I'm going to do another one. And hold you in there. Yeah? This one is called Begin Again by Heidi McGuinn. Yeah? Now, I've not, unfortunately, had time to read this properly before tonight. So I'm going to have to find it as I go along, Heidi. And I hope to God I can do it justice. Yeah? Begin Again
You will.
by Heidi McGuinn. A closer look. Time. 3.5 years had passed. The world as she knew it had changed. The garden had overgrown familiar boundaries. The purple flowers had spread to unimagined smotherings. The wisteria went wild over the neighbour's fence, along the alleyway, up into the old olive tree. My childhood tree. A network of water hoses confused her, as did the endless seeming vines that grew out of the unknown, before handmade wooden boxes of another's efforts. Out of control, everything seemed at once. Her legs were tired. Her mind was travelling on other tracks. Whispers rattled in her brain. Not the time for resting. Attacking was the only option. To lessen the shock of this sudden reality, time was flying by, and to her, she needed those old whips on her back. No time to snooze. Cutting, dragging, begging, crying in between, almost. She whirled like a flying tornado, a dervish, throwing and spinning in the wind of her very own hurricane. Blue jays squawked and leaped around, excited by new possibility. Tasty morsels dropping from the olive tree. The jacaranda branches quivered, and the doves flooded their deep marshmallow softness. Beyond their normal activity, the tree branches, a safe place to rest. Light, the light began to reappear, rays and beams of gentleness, previously hidden and wandering high above in our sky, broke through the suffocating madness. That time had woven into its blanket of darkness, like threads of deep loneliness, banding together and creating darkness. impenetrable. Crack went my whip, slowly but surely, dissolving my feeling of helplessness and opening up new possibility and passion, new worlds of fresh visions, unknown before faces, deeper kindness, mysterious new beginnings. Yep, what an absolute peach. Heidi McGurran. McGurran, absolutely brilliant. Wow. Whew. Hello, Christine Barker. Lovely to see you in.
Christine.
Oh my God, man, that was absolutely wow. Do you know what? I've been up in the clouds. I've been over the horizon. I've been in an olive tree. I've been everywhere through that. Wowzers.
I've been,
Wowzers.
yeah, I've been looking out that window pane. I've been, it's like, oh my gosh. I've been everywhere today, this afternoon.
Thank you,
Night
Kim
for you.
Michelle Thomas. Oh, it's night for me now. Yeah, it is. Actually, it is. Yeah, 10 to 9.
Hi, Kim.
Yeah.
Hi, Kim. Kim Michelle Thomas. She's a friend of mine.
Yes, it is. Yes. Lovely, lovely lady.
Okay, I have more.
You have one more. She's a lovely lady. I've spoken to Kim in the poetry, yeah? In the text,
yeah, she is
poetry,
sweet. She's very sweet. Yeah, we have some friends in common. This next one, do you want me to say who? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna wait till the end.
You could ruin the show with this one. You know this, don't you? You could kill the audience.
No, you would. No, no. Hush up. Okay, I will tell everyone now. This is by John Kavanaugh, and it's called Particles of Space. Now, if the show dies, it will die now, and if you turn off that thing, I swear it will be dead. Sandra will be going, where did he go? Myrna killed him.
She'd be so pleased with you. She's tried for years. Yeah.
Particles of Space by John Kavanaugh. And again, this is one that slammed me right in the heart. We cannot live forever. We're here just day to day. It is futile to imagine that we'll never pass away. For no one's left this planet, still with mortal breath. To reach the gates of heaven, we all must pass through death. Death is not an ending. It's release from mortal life, just back to the beginning, where there exists no strife. Universal particles, energies of space, the soul within each one of us, returning to its place.
Oh, thank you. That was a beautiful read. Thank you.
Did I do okay?
You're doing brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Wow.
I read it, guys. When I read that, it was immediate. I said, I want to read this on the show.
You did. You came straight over to me with that one, yeah?
I just straight out to it. Yes, I did.
People ask.
I don't let him tell me no because he said I could read anything I come across from him. So
Thank
even
you,
if he tells me no, what?
I'm just saying, thanks to everybody. That the poem itself, we get asked lots of questions as parents over life with the children, and sometimes Jack can ask some questions. I mean, things lodge in our minds, and you're trying to explain to a youngster what your beliefs are, what you believe, and how you believe things seem to be, and they haven't reached that stage themselves, so it's very hard to get what you're saying over the words. And I wrote that one the other night, and as I was writing, I was looking at some of the questions Jack asked me, and his questioning of life, his questioning of God, his questioning of everything that should be questioned, so you can get some clarity of some kind. And I realised nobody has ever left the world alive. Nobody's gone
Right.
out. They've all had to stop breathing in order to get through that gate
Yeah.
to the actual life. Not this test run, but
Well, I understand what you're saying because when you think about it, only three of my grandchildren know their grandfather, know John.
yeah,
They were, and the youngest of those three was 2.5. But yet, my son in law took her outside during the wake and told her, "Look, there's a star up there. I bet that's your papa telling you hi." And I'm going to tell you what, this girl is 17. She has never, ever, ever forgotten that. And we'll be outside at night sometimes if I'm their house or whatever. And when I stayed there after I got sick, and we go outside, go, "Oh, look, there's papa saying hi. You better wave, mama, because he's going to get mad if you don't." You know?
yes, exactly.
Because she didn't understand why he was laying down. I mean, she saw the coffin, but she thought it was a bed. Why he was laying down and he wasn't moving and he wasn't talking and she was talking to him and he wasn't saying, she thought he was asleep
Yeah,
and she kept telling us to go wake him up. So when I read that, I so related to that. And that's why, I mean, I had to read it because I so related to that,
that's
and
this
it says
universe
so
is
much.
so complicated. The universe
Yes,
itself.
and it
It is too
so
complicated
more,
for our minds to grasp. Way, way too
and it says
complicated.
so much more than just words you wrote. It will pull emotions out of you, and it will make you, even though you think that you understand death, it will make you realize, no, maybe I don't understand everything about it.
Yeah. And just as you read it back to me, Marna, because it's outside of my head, I have
Hmm.
a different look at it now because I'm not hearing myself say it in my head. I've heard somebody else say it from outside, which is absolutely fabulous. It's
Right,
what writing is all about and what emotion is all about.
right.
You're
Well, like I
welcome,
said,
Michelle.
I having having almost died myself, that really, like I said, that just so touched me because you know yeah, because I think, well, it's true, everything you said was true.
And I was stunned by by the amount of people like what you're saying now, Marna, that actually had that the piece had that effect on. Yeah. But like I said to
Yeah,
Jennifer,
I mean,
it is the most wonderful feeling when somebody can say, I can relate to what you've just written, or you have answered my
oh
questions
yeah,
that I've been asking myself. I'm not there to answer the question of the poem, just to create a a question for yourself more so. Ask yourself the questions that everyone else is asking themselves. Whatever
yeah, I mean,
you
relate on more
agree
than one.
to. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I can relate on more than one level, and the fact of losing my parents and my brothers, and then losing my husband, but also the fact that I almost lost my life.
Yes.
And I'm reading that and I'm thinking, I had some of those same thoughts when I realized how close to death I came, and so when I read it, my friend, I mean, that's why right away I said, please, can I read this? Because it's a message that I think, even though we don't want to think about it, I think it's a message that we need to hear. So I
It's
thank you.
it is just as real, Marna, as being born. It is just
Like,
the vice versa. It's high, low, it's quick, slow, it's live, dead. And I don't mean that in an abrupt type of way. I mean that in how life seems to portray itself. Yeah.
once one of my quotes from way back was that we celebrate, our births are celebrated, our deaths are mourned. But what we tend to forget is the lives we led in between. I know that's kind of
And
deep, but you know.
it is, yeah, but again, like you said, we celebrate a birthday. When someone dies, I
Mhm.
remember doing a cultural exchange many years ago in Dublin. We had a German group over from Osnabrück. I think it was Osnabrück anyway, or Trier, one or the other. We had a German group over and we spoke to them. And we had a young girl who had lost her grandmother. And she was jovial, telling us the story. We weren't used to this. We were Catholics in Ireland, you know. You don't laugh when your granny dies. You don't laugh when anyone dies. You go to mourn. And she, when I questioned it with the leaders on this young girl, she was only about 15 years old. And they explained to me, no. What she's telling you is she loved her grandmother. She remembers all the good times. And that's what her grandmother wanted. She is celebrating her passing into the next realm. Yeah. And I thought, wow. Absolutely wow.
Well, we did. I'm gonna tell you all this, and I don't mind telling anybody. And people might go, "What?" When my husband died, most of his family were able to come down for the funeral, and we for the memorial and stuff. And we had a bonfire at my son's house. The kids got to roast hot dogs and marshmallows, and then we told stories and laughed until we cried. And that's how we didn't mourn his death. We celebrated his life,
Yes. And
and that is a memory.
that's what's missing. And you know, Marna, I've often said to myself over my years, the reason, or one of the reasons, we don't talk about death is because we don't know how to celebrate a person's life when they are gone. What they have contributed, what they have brought, what they have put there. Or if there's a negative, we don't celebrate that person has lived it all.
Right.
We don't.
And that's what we did. I even laughed. I said, "Man, I found out things about John I didn't know. Thank y'all."
Yes, exactly. And
Because his sister,
amazing.
and yeah, they were all sharing stuff, and oh my goodness gracious. Oh, but you know what? I'm so glad that we did that because that was the best send off. And I'm telling you what, and this is going to sound weird, but if y'all don't think that he was sitting right there with us, think again because he
He
was.
was, exactly, yes. Yes, thank you, Sus
Probably
Hamburg.
shaking his head,
She's right, yes.
probably shaking his head. Well, that's all I have for tonight.
Is it? Well, I'll give you one.
Yes.
I'm going to give you another one anyway, so I'll keep you there for a minute.
And I have some quotes if you want me to read
Oh,
them.
of course, yeah, but you're going to hold them until I'm finished. Right, The Breakdown by David Lewis Paget. I don't remember a year like this. She stood by the window pane, staring into the murk and the mist. All that it does is rain. It's barely stopped for a month or more, and the garden's all aflood. The line is down and the washing's drowned, and the yard is thick with mud. I just come down from the nearest town, on the other side of the hill. Strange, it hasn't been raining there, and the sun is shining still. The mist is clear, just a mile away, and the hedgerow's full of life. I came to see, if you'd heard or seen, a glimpse of my darling wife. She looked confused for a moment there. Then she shook her head, real slow. I don't recall if I've ever seen her since she got up to go. She said she needed to find herself, the girl that she used to be, before she married and settled down. Well, that's what she said to me. You don't think she's had a change of heart? A tiny hint of regret? I thought by now she'd have worked it out. I wouldn't be so upset. I doubt she will be coming back. She said it wouldn't be soon. I turned away and my face was grey on that rainy afternoon. She stood up close to the windowsill and all she could see was rain, despite the fact that the sun shone still and the skies were clear again. The nurse came in and she said it's time. You must get your wife to bed. And I drove over the hill in pain, just wishing that I was dead. David Lewis Paget.
Wow. I know. That's another. That's all we've read tonight is some.
Wow. I don't know what to say. That's
I mean,
I love the actual rhythm that builds the
oh yeah.
picture of the whole scenario. The rhythm is absolutely fabulous in that one. There's a great rhythm in that.
It almost felt like you were watching this being built brick by brick by brick. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
Absolutely. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know, I was in that room looking out the window, and I was on the hill looking
Yeah.
in the window, all at the same time. Wow. Wow. Now,
That's how I felt about
the last one,
lingering shadow.
the last one I have, Marna, was one that I had for, I had asked Nina to read for us, yeah? But unfortunately, Nina ain't well, so I've gotten it back. I hope she feels good too. I missed the two of them tonight, her and Christine. God,
Yeah.
feels like that. It just feels strange. We've been going that well together for so long. This one is called Canterbury Bells by Barry Planmondo. In Canterbury, in Kent, on the River Stour, the cathedral bells ring with great power, and one can hear them from miles away on a most harmonious sound on a summer day. And if by chance you can't get there to listen, they've named a flower so you won't miss them. These are most beautiful and bloom in the spring, to the garden hues of pink, purple, and blue they bring. My father took me to hear the bells when I was but a child. The weather there in Canterbury was, as I recalled, quite mild. But it was the sound of the bells that held my attention in every way. To this day, whenever I see the flowers, I hearken back to that day. The Canterbury bells still ringing there for you and I. Come, hurry, I must get back at least once before I die. Barry Planmondo, the Canterbury Bells.
Oh my.
Do you know, when I first came to the UK from Ireland, down and where I had a flat, and only not far away from the flat there was a church that had bells that went off on each mass. Yeah. So you had 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and the bells would go off. But then, when mass is finished, the bell ringers came to give them a tone and up again. Yeah. Wow. I don't know.
Mm.
People start complaining, oh, the bells are too noisy and all this stuff. God almighty, get used to it. Get used to it. Just let the bells ring out. There's too much silence in the world now. Way too much silence in the world now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants their peace, but they're ignoring all the unrest. It's crazy. We're nuts. Nutty people we are. Nutty people.
You know, here's what's funny to me, because when I was growing up, our church, the church that we attended, was only like 5 houses. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 houses up, the 5th building up from us. So we heard the church bells whenever they rang, you know, before mass and whatever. And you know, it never bothered us. And it was loud.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, it's almost in our yard. Never bothered us. You know, never. And it still doesn't. I mean, you know, when they built the new church, and the kids that went to the school is right across the road, from it,
Yeah.
And they used to laugh. They said they needed to put the bells in tune with the recess bell. It didn't bother us. You know?
Oh
I know.
dear.
I really. Oh, it's time for recess. The church, time for recess, y'all.
Right. How many quotes have you got for me?
I
Well,
have three,
for
but
us. Go on.
unless you want me to read three.
Yeah, go on. You read what you
The
got.
first one, the first one I love because I feel this with all my heart. One cup of kindness is worth more than many cups of wealth.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And the next one, though often bittersweet, memories of days gone by are still worth remembering.
Yes, you got the. It's everything, isn't it? You take the rough with the smooth. Do you know if we spend 10% more of the time that we do, we remember so vividly all the bad things, and it drags us
Mm-hmm.
down for days and weeks and months, and we spend 5 minutes on the good things that give us a
You know,
lift and keep us above water. Wow.
bad things, but then I always remember the good things that kind of wipe away that bad moment.
Exactly, but we dwell on the bad moments, don't we? We allow ourselves
No,
to dwell
well,
on the bad moments. A lot of people do. You dwell on the bad moment and you forget all about the good things.
sure.
Mm.
Sure. I mean, there's been a lot in my life, and I've learned over the years just to let it go, and also too, I've kind of, my zip, my lip, my lips got a little bit unzippered a bit, so those
That
bad.
was a twist that was. That was brilliant. Get you on this one next week, yes.
Okay, and one last quote because
Go
you're gonna
on.
love this one. When I wrote this one, I'm like going, "Oh, this is so true, Myrna." The game of life makes its own rules.
Yeah. You can say that again. There's no doubt about
The
it. My
game
life,
of life
with
rules.
my
There you
life,
go. I
I was.
said it.
Oh, do you know what, man? Really, truly. Oh God, it's been a great game. As bad as it's been, as good as it's been, and the wonky donkey from Ireland next week.
You know what I say? Let's own rules, and I don't know them.
It's
It's not
okay.
in large
I've got the.
print, so I can't. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, Marna. Marna,
I
I
don't want
have
to
it
know
in
the rules.
video for you. I have it in video for you. The wonky donkey.
No! Oh no, no!
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it here. Live on the Dear John Show. Marna, the Cleopatra. No, I won't torment you. I won't put you through it at all. No,
Oh yes, you would.
never, never.
I'm gonna get you. I am gonna write something about hickory dickory hockery dockery. The mouse ran up the clockery, and that's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna tell you how much further I'm going.
God.
You might not be able to read it on the
I doubt I will be. Look, there we go.
Just
Do you know
cross
what,
my.
Christine? I knew you were going to disagree with me. You like your silence, yeah. Church bells are perhaps a matter of taste, not particularly. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Get me the bells.
Oh,
Quasimodo. Here we go. I want my
okay.
bells
No,
back and I want a belfry.
I'm telling you now. I'm gonna work on that, and I'm gonna send you a poem, and I'm gonna dare you to read it next week.
Definitely. No, no, I'm taking no challenges up this week. I'm finished with challenge.
No, I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write about hickory dickory hockery dockery.
Well, you're going to be reading about hickory dickory hockery dockery.
No, not. Because I want to see you try to get through it. Because I know where I'm
Good. Listen, if I remember, if I go back a bit, I can say Nina, Marna, Christine. Who am I missing? Me? No, I'm not there. Am I? There's 5 people in this team. 6. We have a stand-in as well. There's 6 people in this team. Why do I get to have to do everything?
not everything.
Yeah.
I tell you to send me poems to read.
I had to sing down at the station, the little train. I've had to do Wonky Donkey. I mean, it's not fair.
Okay, I will write Hickory Dickory and then I will read it.
Thank goodness for that. I can't wait.
I will read it. But you got to make sure that you put your drink down.
Hey, Sharon, just get in at the end. Marna, I'm going to have to wrap up because I need to get to bed.
Yeah, I know. You have a good week. I'm going to have a good week.
You have a good week
my
ahead.
birthday is Wednesday.
Is when?
My birthday's Wednesday.
And you didn't
Wednesday.
tell us this before the start of the show, or I could have made a nice little announcement. No, keep it to yourself.
Yeah,
eh?
my birthday's Wednesday. I know.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't mind telling you how old I'm going to be. I'm going to be 64.
There was a song about that. When I'm 64, will you still need me? Will you still please me? When I'm 64. Oh, we got to get the
I
top
know,
up. Hey!
I know. Yeah, my birthday's Wednesday.
Oh, I do love it, Jennifer. I do. Happy birthday, Wednesday, Marna.
Well, thank you. I wasn't going to say anything, but you know, if I don't collect as many poems this week, you'll know why. Because I don't know what plans I'm going to have yet.
It's okay. I don't mind sending you a poem or two. You know I'm okay with that.
I know, but I'm still going to write Hickory Dickory Hockory Dockery.
See, there's Christine is jumping on the bandwagon here. Just sing us a good night ditty, John, before you go. I only know down at the station. I don't know anything else. I'm really terrible at this.
Did you want me to include the quotes when I do the poems? Because I forgot to do the poems last week. I apologize.
That's okay.
But do you want me to put the quote there too?
Of course, yes, please. Yes. To give people a reminder of what was on.
I don't mind.
Brilliant. You are still an angel. I've got to do the station before I go. So, just before I let you go, let's do a little bit of down at the station. Are you ready?
You do it. Do it.
I'll tell you you're going to do a duet, but however, I don't want to do it on my own. Down at the station, early in the morning, see the little chauffeur trains all in a row. See the engine driver driving his little engine. Whish, away we go. Da-da. Marna, you are an angel. Absolutely lovely having your company tonight. Jennifer Polones, thank you so much for stepping up to the plate. Have a great week ahead, Marna. And I will see you next Sunday. Please, God.
Yep. Love you to bits.
Take it easy.
Love all of y'all to bits.
Love you to bits too, Marna. Take it easy.
Bye. Y'all have a good week.
You too. Bye-bye. Oh, Marna the pre-badger. Jennifer Polonetsky. Guys, thanks a million for helping me out tonight on the show. Oh, do you know, have a great week ahead, everybody. And I think I'm going to just have a look at one more of these anecdotes before we go. I did say I'd do another anecdote. Let's see. There is a species of parrot which has become so fat that it has forgotten how to fly. It has also forgotten that it has forgotten. Here's a tongue twister now, yeah. So when startled, it gallops up to the top of the tree and launches itself off, plummeting to the ground and doing itself an injury. Its mating call is so disagreeable to the female of the species that she will not live in the same forest. This parrot is almost extinct. Guys, I'm not surprised he's almost extinct. My God almighty, he keeps doing that kind of stuff. But it's a real man thing, isn't it, really? Only men can do that. The male species, again. Lads, come on, we're getting absolutely hammered here. Guys, wish you all an absolute brilliant week ahead. Diane Borges, thanks for being there again with me tonight. Everybody that's been here, I can't get every name out because there's so many of you. Thanks a million for joining me tonight. Been here with me on the show. And everybody who has submitted their poetry, thank you so much. I've never read that much poetry since I've started the show. Not all at once, anyway. And I've enjoyed every single minute of it. Oh, Christine, it was nice of you to drop in. Lovely to see you here, hon. And I hope the next rehearsal goes well, and the show itself, I hope, is an absolute blitz. Guys, I love you all to pieces. May your God go with you wherever you go. Everybody a safe week ahead, I wish to all. Thanks a million for joining me on the Dear John show. Have an absolutely wonderful week ahead. Sus Hamburg, thanks a million for all your compliments tonight. Very, very much appreciated. Guys, have a wonderful week ahead. See you next Sunday. Oh, wait now. Before I go, I had an announcement to make and I nearly forgot. Mental health. Right, mental health issues. Myself and Nina and a couple of other people in the background are looking at a new show. I don't mean a new show to replace the Dear John show, by the way. It's a show of mental health. We're doing research at the moment. But I just want to put it out there to get it started out that people will know that the show will be coming. And it's called Your Voice. Hoping to get this going, not in a hurry, because we want to do research and be prepared for the show itself. But this is to give a voice to those who suffer with mental health, and also for those who care for those with mental health. So that's just a small, quick outline of what we're doing. There's lots of people we're going to want to talk to, as in people who know about mental health. And there's a lot of research we've got to do as well before we bring it up. But I am looking forward to this new show. Like I said, I'm not going to give a time or a date because the research has to be done first. But I wanted you guys to know first and foremost that there will be such a show coming to Facebook Live. Again, love yous all to pieces, and I look so forward to seeing yous next Sunday. It's been a magical experience being here with you all. Good night, God bless everybody. Take care and safe week ahead.